There was a time that if a player had but a single skill, it had to do with his fists. The age of the fighter is over. Now, if a player has one single skill, it's his speed. Every guy can skate, says Penguins captain Sidney Crosby. Every young guy team's bringing has a lot of speed. They use those young legs. It's such a skating game. It doesn't necessarily mean more offense. It's just a faster game. Goals are up, but not necessarily because everyone is faster. There are more power plays, and greater power play efficiencies. Defensemen are doing a better job of getting pucks deep, not necessarily at the net, but close. Wingers stand to the side and try to deflect shots that are aimed wide to avoid the shot blockers. Teams are looking to have 4 lines that can all score, whereas before you might have had a 3rd and 4th line that were looking to shut down, says Crosby. They relied upon a little more heavily to produce. You're getting scoring all through the lineup. But as far as the game itself, it doesn't feel any more open, but it is faster. Not just the puck carrier, but the checker. Checkers these days are as fast as the Stars. That's what the league is going to, says Leafs coach Mike Babcock. We think speed is straight ahead speed. It's not. It's in edges. It's in small spaces. Can you make plays in small spaces? Can you turn and protect it in small spaces? You've got to be able to play in that environment, going 100 miles an hour, because they're chasing you. There's no time and no space. So you have to have a certain skill, and a certain amount of speed. It's also meant the game has opened up for smaller players. Fighters used to be big. So did hulking stay-at-home defensemen. Big defensemen who are fast are in short supply. That's opened a window for short defensemen who can move the puck quickly. Speed matters more than size. It's puck-moving ability, defensive zone transition, the defense to get up to the forwards, says Carolina coach Bill Peters. Not so much skating. Maybe you beat the first guy with your feet, but you beat the next guy with the pass. It's real fast. You'll see the shot totals around the league and the goal totals are up. It's because of the transition game. It's hard to establish a forecheck on guys that are good skaters. When you have a D-core that's mobile, it's hard to get them pinned. To me that's the modern game. You see all these sub-6-foot guys going in the first round that are puck-moving D. There are more of them coming in the league as we go. Sleepless in Seattle, the NHL Board of Governors, basking in the success that is the expansion. Vegas Golden Knights meet Friday in Florida with fresh news that Seattle City Council voted 7-1 to approve $600 million in renovations for Key Arena. Tim Leiweke, the former president and CEO of Maple Leafs Sports and Entertainment, has a similar role in Oakview Group, which is trying to draw NHL and NBA teams to Seattle. The Golden Knights paid $500 million to join the NHL. The league is considering a $600 million fee next time and has long viewed Seattle as a desirable new location. Sabres rattled. No surprise the Sabres want to part ways with Matt Moulson, who had no points in 14 games, and was scratched in 13 others. Putting the veteran, who has another year left on his contract at $5 million, on waivers is part of a coming shake-up for the underachieving Sabres, who seem headed to have the best odds in the June draft lottery. When you don't win, they're going to dismantle, center Ryan O'Reilly said in KeyBank Center. It's on us. We've got to start doing it for guys' careers, start winning just to keep this group together, going wild. Devan Dubnyk has been the backbone of the Minnesota Wild's rise to contender the last few years, but the goalie hasn't been as reliable this season as he has the past couple. He continues to work on his game. There's just a thing here or there that you just need to sharpen up on a little bit, Dubnyk told the Minneapolis Star-Tribune. With me, it's always going to be just having my feet set and making sure I'm not drifting and being on my angles and not leaving my feet early. Those are just really important for me. And when I'm in control of rebounds as well as just moving around, it's always when my feet are set, and I'm not drifting. Time to PANIKX. Leaf Richard Panik landed on his feet when the Chicago Blackhawks claimed him on waivers 3 seasons ago. He got 22 goals last year, and a 2-year contract worth $5.6 million, and usually skates on Chicago's top line. But he has no goals since October. 21, just got to play better. Panik said. I'm trying to not think about it too much and just stay positive. I need 1 goal and I think it's going to be good. Flightless Wings. The Detroit Red Wings are winless 0-4-3 in 7 games, dropping down the Atlantic Division standings, and GM Ken Holland is fuming. The last 5 periods we've played have been embarrassing and unacceptable, Holland told the Detroit News. We didn't play smarter as a unit. We have to respond now. We have to win some games. We have to string some wins together. We've put ourselves in a position where over the next 15 games, we have to play above .500 hockey. Oh my OV Alex Ovechkin was the first skater to 20 goals this season with a 12-goal game Monday. He also surpassed Mark Recchi with his 578th goal to move into the NHL's top 20 all-time. He's played 703 fewer games than Recchi, a Hall of Famer. And he passed another Hall of Famer, Matt Sundin, for 11th all-time with his 97th career game-winning goal. Bits and pieces since Kyle Turris was acquired by the Predators in a 3-team trade with Ottawa and Colorado on November 5. The line of Turris, Craig Smith and Kevin Fiala has combined for 32 points in 12 games 13-19-32. Nashville owns a .921 record in those contests. The New York Islanders and Buffalo Sabres announced Tuesday they would play a preseason game in Oshawa at the Tribute Communities Center, home of the Oshawa Generals. Mark Giordano played his 700th game for the Calgary Flames, 7th all-time on the club list. Related more hockey stories on thestar.com.